Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I talk everything around astrology and tarot. I'm going to be talking about another powerful aspect, which is the blue moon that is happening in Pisces towards the end of the month. This is around the 30th or the 31st. I have just done a video on Mercury retrograde, which is happening in Virgo, and all of this is connected. So it would be worth your while to go and check that video as well to give you a better context and clarity exactly as to what is it that is going on and how is it best that we can navigate through it. The theme pretty much with the retrograde planets and with the uh, blue moon in Pisces is about it's about self-acceptance, it's about self-worth, it's about letting things dissolve, it's about being critical of ourselves, it's about not being nurtured. Maybe as a child you were not given the safe environment, or and necessarily it doesn't mean that you have to get abused in order to be having a safe environment. It means that maybe you had a very critical parent and you grew up always with a sense of not being good enough or having an extremely low self-worth, and externally you may come across as somebody who's super confident and who's like really the has everything in control, but there could be or you could be literally be driving yourself so hard because you feel that you need to be uh, deserving things, you need to be earning them so that you can enjoy those things. Now, this full moon in Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. It's all about healing, it's about compassion, it's about forgiveness, and it will help you if you can look at your natal chart. There are a lot of websites these days which offer you free downloads. So, if you're interested in astrology, then you can just go and download your chart from any of any of the websites. A lot of free softwares that are there, and just have a look as to where is it that Pisces and Virgo are placed for you. It's very simple. If it's there in the second house or the fourth house, then you'll know, okay, this house energy is going to be impacting me a lot. But overall, for all of us, it is a time of healing. It is a time of releasing past wounds, irrespective. We have 5 planets that are currently in earth signs, and we have 3 in water. So pretty much 80% of the planetary energies are there. It's all in slower frequencies. We of course have fire and air signs, the energies which are running about doing whatever that they do best and dashing off there, and a lot of chaotic and busyness. But earth and water need more grounding, they need more calmness, they need a sense of centering. And also, this is a period of change which we are getting into, especially for all the mutable energies that are there. So we have Gemini, we have Sagittarius, we have Virgo, and we have Pisces. And they are all about, the mutable energies are all about teaching us to adapt, teaching us to um, be flexible. It's not about compromising, it's about changing ourselves, adapting ourselves to the new scenario that is our maybe our current truth or our current reality. And rather than staying stuck in a place which has it's maybe full of traumas, maybe, and all of us have traumas. So um, it could have hardwired us and brought us to a place wherein that we do not know how to change, because it feels safe to be who we are in the place that we are. And with this entire mutable energies, it's all about letting go, it's about dissolving, it's about um, recognizing that this is as good as it gets and you need to adapt. Now, Sun is there in Virgo and it is going to be conjuncting Saturn in Pisces. So it speaks about a practical life and spiritual life and being able to merge to two. Virgo, of course, is going to be noticing all the imperfections. Again, we have a Mercury which is retrograde in Virgo, and I'm going to be linking up the video. You can, watch it, and the energy is all going to be about I'm not good enough, or even, some of us have this really inherent need to correct others. That, oh, I think this is how you need to be running your life. Oh, I think this is how you should be, bringing up your children. Oh, I think this is how you should be behaving. So Virgo enhances these imperfections, and poor Virgos, it is not that they have it easy, because they are themselves so critical. Their own sense of self, or their own self bar is so high, that they are constantly sort of trying to better themselves, so they don't let themselves easy at all. But Saturn, which is there in Pisces, and Saturn has a karmic energy. It's a teacher planet, and in Pisces, of course, Neptunian is about compassion, about forgiveness. It's really about it. It's asking you to dissolve these imperfections. It's asking you to release all these criticism, or rather, change your script, change your personal script to how it is that you talk to yourself. How often do you, tell yourself, oh, I wish I had a better body, I wish I had better skin, I wish, generally you are constantly criticizing yourself. That could be a better parent, could be a better spouse, could be whatever, earning more money. And Pisces is over here, it's all about compassion, it's about forgiveness, it's about and Pisces feels the sorrow, and especially of the voiceless, especially of the animals. So for a lot of you, you will find, maybe if you are going through a traumatic time, that animals are really healing. Your pets can be a, I think in any case, irrespective, they're a wonderful source of comfort. But during this time, that you will be able to tune in more into your own grief, into your own sorrow, and learn what is there that you need to learn from this grief. Don't sort of wallow in it, and don't sort of let it engulf you, and let that become a part of your main story, because it is just over here to teach you something. So use the entire Neptunian energy to dissolve it, to release it. And Saturn, because it's there as a teacher planet and it is aspecting in Pisces, it's telling you, you need to learn. It's not like a lifelong lesson, in the sense that it's not a continuous lesson. It should be a lifelong lesson, so that you do not repeat the same mistakes, or you should not be critical of yourself or even of others. We are dealing with the energies of the 6th and the 12th house, which is around our health, our self-care, our sense of well-being, and then the spiritual realm, or what happens behind the scenes. What is it that is going on in the invisible world, in our own internal self. So if you are able to connect to your higher self, if you're able to just center yourself and breathe deeply and just relax, your muscles. There are a lot of times when we tend to, hold all the tension in our body, and we do not know. You'll find these aches and pains in our back, and they're constant ache at the back of your neck, in the in your spine, and we keep blaming it. Oh, it's my posture, or maybe, I'm looking at my phone constantly, though that could be one of the reasons as well. But most of the time, we carry our emotional energy or emotional tension inside our bodies. The bodies are the biggest sign. If something is not right in your body, you need to be checking your emotional blueprint. You need to be checking your emotional graph, those unreleased sorrows, those unreleased tension, grief, whatever it is that is there. You need to just let it out. Water is going to be a wonderful form of therapy during this time. So if you can, then try and swim, go for spas, do these long, you can take For those of you who do not have the time, take long showers, or just sit in a nice tub of warm water. And it's also it's all, water tends to cleanse. So try and be around water, or deal with water as much as possible. It's also a beautiful time. In fact, I think any time is a beautiful time to be healing with prayer. But if you have really been hurt, and if you're really, really hurting, or if you're really grieving, or if it's an old wound which just refuses to go, or the scar tissue refuses to get formed, then it's a time to be sending a prayer. It's a time to be releasing that hurt. It's a time to be thanking that lesson with gratitude, and saying, thank you so much for teaching me whatever it is that I needed to learn from this. And now I release it. I release it. I forgive myself, for it can be anything, whether, because we often act basis whatever information that we have in that specific moment of time. So release with gratitude, release with compassion, and let yourself off the hook. It's I think, besides forgiving others, you need to forgive yourself. You need to take care of yourself. And even someone has like really hurt you, then this is a time to be sending those kind thoughts, those prayers towards that person, and just releasing that grief and that pain and that karmic tension around it, because Saturn is also a planet of karma, and it's a vicious circle. The more you keep sort of thinking about it and holding a grudge, or even seething, or holding that hurt at the back of your head. And for those of you who get these blinding headaches, or have a constant pain at the nape of your neck, you should maybe check as to where it is that it is stemming from. So heal through kindness, heal through compassion. And it's a beautiful, beautiful position with the Virgo and Pisces blue moon energy to be literally releasing, literally letting go. You want to do a prayer around it, you want to journal, you want to write something. Please do that, and you can burn it later on, if you don't want it to, almost like a ceremonial thing that you're releasing it. And this cosmic dance between both these planets, it's going to be it's basically there for us to reflect on the balance between the material and the spiritual focus, and also to shed what's unnecessary. And there is more focus on the emotional aspect of the emotional baggage that we all carry. It's not necessary, just let it go and keep it simple. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I'll see you again soon.